It's all very well to write reviews, to carry umbrellas and to keep dry shoes, to say what everyone's saying here and to wear what everyone else must wear. But tonight I am sick of the whole affair. I want free life and I want fresh air. And I sigh for the canter after the cattle. The crack of the whips like shots in battle, the medley of hooves and horns and heads that wars and wrangles, scatters and spreads, the green beneath and the blue above, the dash and danger and life and love and Alaska. Alaska used to ride on a mouse-gray Mustang close by my side. With blue serape and bright belt spur, I laughed with joy when I looked at her. Little knew she of books and creeds, and Ave Maria sufficed her needs, and little she cared save to be at my side, to ride with me, and ever to ride from San Salva's shore to the Bacchus tide. She was as bold as billows that beat, and she was as free as the breezes that blow, and from her little head to her little feet, she was swayed in suppleness to and fro by each gust of passion. A sapling pine that grows on the Kansas bluff and wars with the wind when the weather gets rough was like this Alaska, this love of mine. She would hunger that I might eat, take the bitter and leave me the sweet, but once, when I made her jealous for fun, at something I'd whispered, looked at, or done one Sunday in San Antonio to a glorious girl at the Alamo. She drew from her garter a sweet little dagger, and sting of a wasp, it made me stagger. 1 inch to the left or 1 inch to the right, and I shouldn't be maundering here tonight. But she sobbed, and sobbing so swiftly bound her torn rebozo about the wound that I quickly forgave her. Scratches don't count in Texas, down by the Rio Grande. Well, her eye was brown, a deep, deep brown, and her hair was darker than her eye, and something in her smile and frown, curved crimson lip and instep high, showed that in each blue vein, mixed with milder Aztec strain, flowed the vigorous vintage of old Spain. And she was alive in every limb, with feelings to the fingertips. But when the sun is like a fire, and the night's one shimmering soft sapphire, one does not drink in little sips. Well, the air was heavy, the night was hot. I sat by her side and forgot the herd that was taking their rest, forgot the night that was close oppressed, that a Texas norther comes sudden and soon, in the dead of the night or the blaze of the noon, and once the herd in their breath take fright, nothing on earth can stop their flight. And woe to the rider and woe to the steed that falls in front of their mad stampede. And was that thunder? I clasped the cord of my swift Mustang without a word. I sprung to the saddle. She clung behind. Away on a hot chase down the wind. And never was fox hunt half so hard. And never was steed so little spared. For we rode for our lives. You shall hear how we fared in Texas, down by the Rio Grande. Well, the Mustang flew and we urged him on. There's one chance left and you have but one. Halt, jump to the ground and shoot your horse. Crawl under his carcass and take your chance, and if the herd in their frantic course don't batter you both to pieces at once, you can thank your stars. And if not, goodbye to the quickening kiss and the long-drawn sigh and the open air and the open sky in Texas, down by the Rio Grande. Well, the cattle gained on us, and just as I felt for my old six-shooter behind my belt, down came the Mustang, and down came we, clinging together. And what was the rest? A body that laid itself on my breast, 2 arms that sheltered my dizzy head, 2 lips that hard to my lips were pressed. And then came thunder in my ears as over a surged a sea of steers, and blows that beat blood into my eyes. And when I could rise, Alaska, who was dead. Well, I dug out a grave a few feet deep, and there in the earth's arms, I lay her to sleep. And there she's lying, and no one knows, and the summer shines, and the winter snows. And for many a day, the flowers have spread a pall of petals over her head. And the little gray hawk hangs aloft in the air, and the sly coyote trots here and there. And the black snake slides and glitters and glides into the rift of the cottonwood tree. And the buzzard sails on, he comes and is gone, stately and still like a ship at sea. And I wonder why I do not care for the things that are like the things that were. Does half my heart lie buried there in Texas, down by the Rio Grande, ripe to pray? Okay.